Welcome to the Build Your Reiki Business podcast. I'm Christian of Standing Stones Healing, founder of the Reiki Business Collective and creator of the Build Your Reiki Business program, sending blessings and best wishes to your Reiki business. You know that moment on your Reiki business journey when you have the realization that you just want to burn it down. The Reiki business that you've been building is no longer the Reiki business that you want, and you have the extreme urge, sometimes it's very sudden, to just tear everything down and build it all back up. This is what I call the tower moment. Greetings, welcome, and thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of the Build Your Reiki Business podcast. It's Christian, and I'm so honored and excited to have you here as we talk about the tower moment on the Reiki business journey. Yes, indeed, we're talking about the desire to tear it all down, burn it all down, and start all over again. Now, have you been at this point on your Reiki business journey? Is this something that you have experienced? It is indeed a common experience on the Reiki business journey, and quite frankly, not one that we talk very much about, if at all. And so in this episode, we're talking about what the tower moment is, why I call it the tower moment, what it all means for our Reiki business, and 3 important takeaways on the Reiki business journey. I'm also inviting you to a free Reiki business workshop talking more about this topic. So stick around to the end and I will tell you all about that upcoming free workshop and how you can save your seat. Now, you may or may not be familiar with tarot cards. I am a card reader and I've been reading cards for actually longer than I've been a Reiki practitioner. And in the tarot deck, there's this one particular card that many people fear when they see it, and it is the Tower card. And many people fear this card because it signifies destruction. And many people, when they see this card show up in their reading, and even many card readers will have an oh no kind of a moment when they see the Tower card. And if you're not familiar with this card, it is indeed an image of a tower crumbling down. Now, I have the Celtic Dragon Tarot deck, and in my deck, it is a cylindrical tower, kind of like a round tower that you might find in Ireland. And it is crashing down with lightning and a storm raging and just all kinds of destruction. So it is often not seen as a positive card. And on our Reiki business journey, sometimes when we get to the point of wanting to tear it all down, it can feel kind of like what's happening in that Tower card. As we start and grow our Reiki business, we're so often not sure exactly what we're doing. We are trying to put one foot in front of the other. We are often fumbling as we do it and also fumbling around in the dark. We're not sure how to move forward. We feel uncertain, we feel confused, and we often feel overwhelmed. And many of us, most of us, are building our Reiki business in this kind of 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Actually, as one student explained it to me, she felt like she was moving 1 step forward and 2 steps back. but we're often building our Reiki business in a very piecemeal, figure it out as we go kind of way. After a couple of years of doing this, we get to a point on our Reiki business journey where we maybe have a bit more understanding, a bit more clarity, and we aren't fumbling quite so much as we were in the beginning. Now, we may still be doing some fumbling, absolutely, but maybe we're not fumbling quite as much, and maybe it's not quite as dark as it was in the beginning. And so we've been building our Reiki business slowly, putting one brick on top of another and building a wall, building a tower, building our Reiki business. Until after a couple of years, we stand back, we look at the wall, we look at the tower, we look at the business we have built, and we say, no, that's not what I want. That's not the wall I want. That's not the tower I want. This is not what I want after all. And we think, oh no, I have been building the wrong wall. I've been building the wrong tower. I've been building the wrong Reiki business. And that moment can feel so very much like the tower card in the tarot, that desire to just bring everything down, crashing around us, and that feeling that that's what needs to be done. And the horror of that, the uncertainty, the fear, even the anger, that is the tower moment. Now, I find that the tower moment often occurs around year 3 on the Reiki business journey. And after my own experience starting and growing my own successful Reiki business, and after helping hundreds of Reiki practitioners start and grow their own Reiki business, in my experience, I have found that this tower moment occurs around the 2 to 3 year mark, maybe less and maybe more. And maybe less and maybe more because we're all building our own Reiki business at our own pace. And so if you have not yet experienced the tower moment, that moment of, oh no, I want to tear it all down, you may very well have not gotten there yet. It may very well be on its way, and you may also never have a tower moment on your Reiki business journey. The chances are pretty good that at some point you will. But if you don't, it doesn't mean that you're doing anything wrong. And if you do have that tower moment, it also does not mean you are doing anything wrong. It is indeed a very normal and natural thing to have happen. Here's why. On our Reiki business journey, as we are starting out in the dark, fumbling, moving forward, uncertain, we are indeed gaining clarity. Now, it might not seem like that as we are moving through the dark, but indeed, we are gaining more and more clarity as we move forward on our Reiki business journey. And so when we get to that tower moment of, oh no, I've built the wrong wall, I've built the wrong tower, I want to tear it all down, what we're really doing is coming to a point of clarity. And we might have the real desire in the tower moment to throw it all away, to quit, to walk away, to not just burn it all down and start over, but to just burn it all down and leave it smoldering. But rather than burn it all down and quit, I want to encourage you that the tower moment is actually not a bad thing. The tower moment on our Reiki business journey is actually a very good thing. Just like many card readers do not like the tower card or think that it's a bad card. Oh no, it means bad things. Destruction is here for you. I actually like the tower card, and I actually think that the tower card is a positive card because yes, the tower card is about a tower falling down, but the real power is in how we rebuild. The real power is in the conscious decision in how to move forward and how to rebuild. And when we get to that tower moment on our Reiki business journey, it's a moment of power. It's a moment of a clearer vision for getting to decide, getting to choose how we rebuild. And so the focus here is not on the oh no, destruction. Oh no, things are crumbling down around me. Oh no, I have to tear everything down. But rather the focus is on the how do I want to consciously, intentionally rebuild? And so I have 3 pieces of encouragement for you for the tower moment and navigating this moment on the Reiki business journey. Number 1, the Reiki business that you start with is not your forever business. So, how our Reiki business looks when we begin is not how it will look when we end. When we start and grow a Reiki business, as we are growing our Reiki business, as we are moving 1 foot forward and 2 feet back, 1 step forward, 2 steps back, we are changing. We are evolving. We are growing. As we move forward, as we see more clients, as we teach more students, as we try things out, as we fail and make mistakes, we are learning. We are growing and evolving. And as we learn and as we grow and evolve, our business grows and evolves. Our business changes. It is natural and normal for our business to change because it is natural and normal for us to change, both as human beings and as Reiki business owners. And so, as you grow throughout your Reiki business journey, you will change and your business will naturally change too. How it looks now is not how it will look in the future. My Reiki business today looks very different from it did when I started. And I do not know any long-term Reiki business owners whose business looks the same as it did when they started. I don't have any Reiki business owner friends who've been at it for a while who have the same business that they started with years ago. And so the changing of your Reiki business vision and what that looks like and what you want is not a bad thing. It is a natural and normal evolution of you as a human being and a Reiki business owner. So when you want to change things, it's not bad. It's not wrong. It's just change and evolution. Now, as you are moving forward on your Reiki business journey towards a different vision of your Reiki business, the time that you have spent previously is not a waste of time. Now, what that means is that you may step back during your tower moment and say, I do not want this wall. I do not want this tower. I do not want this Reiki business. This is not what I want. Oh no, I've just spent 2 years, 3 years building the wrong business. I've just wasted 2 years, 3 years, more years building the wrong Reiki business. What have I done? But I want to encourage you that you have not wasted any time at all, because we cannot know what we want until we simply start building something. And so if we build a Reiki business tower that we want to tear down, we can't know that unless or until we build a Reiki business tower. So you can't know what kind of Reiki business you want until you build a Reiki business. So number 2, misalignment is not bad. It is normal. Once you've been building your Reiki business for a couple of years and you realize that this is not the Reiki business that you want, that it is not in alignment with what you want, that misalignment is not bad. Now, misalignment in our Reiki business can show up in lots of different ways, and it really depends personally for each of us how it shows up in our Reiki business. But some common ways that misalignment shows up is through burnout or undercharging or having challenges with boundaries. None of these things are bad, by the way. When we experience burnout, when we find that we're undercharging, when we have challenges with boundaries, those are not bad things. Those are simply experiences that are showing us where we are misaligned. And the thing with misalignment, the thing with alignment, is that we cannot know what is aligned until we're not in alignment. So we can't know what is an alignment for us personally unless or until we're out of alignment. And we realize that we're out of alignment. It's that going out of alignment that shows us what is in alignment for us and what it is that we do want. And so when we are in that tower moment and we step back and we look at the Reiki business wall that we've built, and we're saying, that's not the wall I want at all. It is misaligned. Well, we couldn't know that unless or until we would have built that wall in the first place to be able to look at it and say, no, that's not what I want after all. And so it's that idea of not having wasted any time in building something that doesn't align, because we can't know that something isn't aligned until we experience it. And we can't know what is aligned until we have something that signals to us that it's out of alignment. When this happens on your Reiki business journey, when you realize that you're out of alignment with your Reiki business model, how you're operating your business, your services, your classes, whatever it might be that you want to tear down, even absolutely everything, it doesn't mean that anything is wrong with you. And it doesn't mean that anything is wrong with you as a Reiki business owner or with you as a Reiki practitioner. It just simply means that something in your business needs adjusting. Something needs to be adjusted and needs to change. To change, there just needs to be a realignment. That's all. And that has nothing to do with you failing on your Reiki business journey. It doesn't mean that you are a bad Reiki business owner or a bad Reiki practitioner. It is indeed a normal part of having a business. So something just needs to be refined. Maybe lots of things need to be refined. Maybe there's just one small thing that needs to change in order to bring everything into alignment. You know, alignment is interesting. We can be way out of alignment and everything needs to change, or more often, it's only one or two small tweaks that need to be changed, that need to be made, only a couple small refinements that need to happen. And this is often when it is most helpful to have someone experienced take a look at your Reiki business model, your way of operating, your services, offers, your promotion and marketing, to take a look at your business as a whole, because most often they'll be able to quickly see and suggest the changes to be made. At least I know for me, working with my clients and students, I can see it a lot more clearly and a lot more easily than they can what is out of alignment and what just needs to be refined and changed in order to make their business flow so much more easily. Because number 3, you can tear it all down. You absolutely can. When you get to that tower moment, you can tear it all down. That's not bad. That's not wrong. You absolutely can. And you absolutely can completely rebuild everything from scratch. You can tear it down and start all over. But you don't have to. In the tower moment, you don't have to tear it all down and rebuild it all. Because that refinement is probably the best approach. Making some small changes that have real impact is probably all that's necessary for your Reiki business. And refinements in our Reiki business can look like simplifying our offers. Maybe instead of offering 10 things, you pare it down to 2. I know, it might be hard if you want to offer all the things. But simplifying is one way to refine. Restructuring, maybe just changing up your Reiki business model in a way that is going to allow you more time with your family, if that is feeling out of alignment. Maybe refining the client journey, how your clients come to you and how they move through their experience with you. So just creating a clear client journey. So often, a few small shifts are really all we need for big changes in our Reiki business. But if you get to a point of the tower moment on your Reiki business journey where you are thinking that you want to do something completely different, you want to change everything, you want to tear it all down, you are not alone. It is actually a very common and expected part of the Reiki business journey. And the truth is that there are so many experiences during the first 3 years of the Reiki business journey that many of us don't realize are part of the experience, and that many of us feel like we're the only ones experiencing them. We feel alone. We feel like we're the only ones having the struggles and the challenges. We feel like we're the only ones who want to burn down the Reiki business. But what I have found in all of my years of building my own Reiki business and indeed helping other practitioners start and grow their Reiki business is that there are some very common and predictable experiences in the first 3 years of the Reiki business journey. And that's why I'm offering a free workshop all about navigating the first 3 years of your Reiki business. In this workshop, we're going to be talking about the tower moment. We're going to be talking about the common challenges, the common feelings and experiences, the emotions that come up. And indeed, you will find that you are not so alone as it might feel like. And so I invite you to join us on Sunday, June the 7th, to learn how to navigate the first 3 years of your Reiki business with confidence. You can learn more and save your seat at reikibusiness.com/first3years. The link is down below. And of course, if you can't join us live, you will get the recording. But I hope you can join us live because your Reiki friends will be there and you will find lots of validation, lots of reassurance, and lots of encouragement from your Reiki friends who are also, surprisingly, experiencing the same exact kinds of things as you are. Now, even if you have not yet started your Reiki business or you're past the 3-year mark, you are welcome to join us as well because building a Reiki business is not linear. It is not a linear experience. And indeed, you may experience the tower moment beyond your first 3 years. And if you haven't yet started, you're going to be well prepared for what comes next. So have you had a tower moment on your Reiki business journey? Have you wanted to set it on fire, burn it all down, tear down the tower, tear down the wall, and completely start over your Reiki business? Drop it down in the comments for us and let us know. And of course, join us in the Reiki Business Collective Facebook group and tell us all about it at facebook.com/groups/Reiki Biz. Yep, that link is down below as well. Sending lots of blessings and best wishes to your Reiki business and to your tower moment. Thanks for tuning in to the Build Your Reiki Business podcast. Please like, share, subscribe, and send to a friend. Learn more about the Build Your Reiki Business program at standingstoneshealing.com/build. Sending blessings and best wishes to your Reiki business.